Selamat siang. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to see you all. And already I was 8 years as president of the FIG, so that I know that many people from media is Sandra is my favorite is a journalist and everybody. I'm very happy to meet you all in wonderful city in Jakarta. So thank you for all for joining us at this press conference, the meeting. The Art Gymnastics World Championship in Jakarta present some challenges, but also some important milestones. Firstly, these are the first gymnastics world championship ever to be held in Southeast Asia. Secondly, it is the first time that the process of AI judging, AI scoring, some of the athlete performances will be displayed on a screen at the venue. So more transparency and more fairness, Gymnastics weak point is gymnastics great, wonderful, but why this score is very difficult to understand. So first time we will try to the AI judging score show in the venue. So spectators will be able to see the AI D scores. Thirdly, for the first time, we will tackle the legacy of championships. Title is Reducing Social Security Costs Through Gymnastics as a countermeasure for an aging society. Until now, sporting events have mainly focused on the event itself. Sorry, I got for the cold. I check for the not COVID, not influenza, don't worry. So until now, the sports event have mainly focused on the event itself. However, this championship emphasizes the legacy that will remain after the championships. Our aim is to raise people interest in gymnastics through these World Championships. After these World Championships, children will participate in gymnastics and develop fundamental physical capabilities that were essential not just for the sports, but for life in general. In addition, we will encourage the elderly to take up gymnastics to help reduce social security cost. We believe that focusing on the legacy of this World Championship will set an example for future sports events. Finally, I would like to highlight the unprecedented success of organized committee. The majority of the organized committee members are women. The Global Gymnastics Committee is amazed by the level of the preparation of this committee. Such flawless preparation is unprecedented compared with the previous events. Their preparation is perfect. I think the president of the Indonesia Gymnastics Federation, Mrs. Ita, Madam Ita, and her team for their effort. Thank you very much, Ita. So now we need the cooperation of the media who joined us today. Please help us to promote this wonderful World Championship in Jakarta. So this is my opening remark.
Thank you, Watanabe-san. I'd now like to pass the floor over to Mrs. Ita Yuliati on behalf of the local organising committee.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Greeting to President FIG Morinari Watanabe, with the Secretary General Nicolas Buimpane, and here also there are some from FIG, Vice President FIG, Naomi, my friend, and our technical delegate, Donatella, and all media representatives from 23 countries, including Indonesia, yang tidak pernah berhenti mendukung gimnastik Indonesia untuk selalu bertumbuh. On behalf of the Federation, I warmly welcome you to Jakarta and to Indonesia Arena, where a new chapter of gymnastic history is about to begin. Putih.
And become
Gymnastic World
passed on to the next generations.
berdasarkan update dari technical
According to the technical record updates,
setidaknya ada terdaftar 427 atlet.
at least there are 430 athletes.
Di antaranya 253 men,
There consisting of 253 males
and 175 women
and 175 women
dari 75 negara plus AIN.
from the 75 countries and AIN.
Event ini tidak bisa terwujud tanpa dukungan semua pihak.
This event couldn't be possible without supports from all parties.
Terima kasih kepada FIG atas kepercayaan ini.
Thank you very much for FIG for trusting us.
Kepada pemerintah, terutama Kemenpora,
for the trust to the government and for the youth and sport ministry
yang terus mendukung Gymnastics Indonesia serta seluruh tim Jakarta Gymnastics Organizing Committee.
Who has been supporting Gymnastics in Indonesia for all the Jakarta Gymnastics Organizing Committee.
Yang telah bekerja tanpa lelah
That has been working relentlessly
dan menyiapkan event dengan standar internasional.
And preparing the event with international standards.
Dari mulai venue,
from venue,
sistem akreditasi,
accreditation system, media,
hingga pelayanan untuk atlet dan official.
And to service the athlete and the officials.
Semua ini adalah hasil dari sinergi dan kolaborasi.
All these are the results from the synergy and collaborations
antara pemerintah,
between the government,
sponsors, and volunteer yang terlibat dalam event bersejarah ini.
And the volunteers that's been working in this historic event.
Terima kasih kepada FIG atas kepercayaan ini.
Thank you to the FIG for this opportunity.
Kepada pemerintah,
to the government,
dan juga kepada semua tim yang terlibat.
And to all the teams that's been contributing.
To International Press and Media National Federation, welcome to Indonesia. May you feel the warmth and hospitality of Indonesia. We hope this event will inspire more young Indonesians to love gymnastics and to dream badly. And semoga ini menjadi warisan bersama kita semuanya. Welcome to the 53rd FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championship. Let's move to inspire.
Thank you, Mrs. Yuliati. I now open the floor to questions. Before you ask your question, please could you just say your name and your media?
Tes, oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Ilham dari Jawa Pos, Bu. We know that this is a history for Indonesian. It's the first time Indonesia become the host for this international artistic gymnastic world championship. Thank you FIG, thank you Bunda Ita. For my first question, a few days ago I interviewed several international athletes and they impressed with the colorful, they feel safe training in the podium. How could you explain how you arrange that? What is the meaning of the color and the symbol of this event? That's my first question. For the second question, welcome to Jakarta, Mr. Watanabe. Have you tried soto Betawi, traditional food of Jakarta? We know that this event will become a qualifying event for the Olympic 2028. How the system and the scoring, could you explain that? Thank you very much.
Okay, yes. I think I can answer the first question. Okay, you were asking about the meaning of the color and the symbol of the logo. Then I may explain that the color is coming from the harmony in Indonesia, because Indonesia has forests, has ocean, and also for the land. So those colors is representing the nature of Indonesia. And for the logo, that logo is come from the movement from the gymnastic, which is the flexibility, and also the flexibility and the balance. So you can see the movement that is come from the one of the movement in gymnastic. So that's the meaning of the logo and the colors.
So for my question, Indonesia food is very, very delicious. So that when I came here, is 1 or 2 kilograms is gone. This is a problem for the visiting for the Indonesia, and especially Ita make for the bread and the cashew nuts. It's very nice, and maybe so you will set up in the media room your bread and your food from the restaurant. It's very nice. You will taste it. So for the qualification is our General Secretary Nicolas Buimpane. You will answer.
Yes. Does it work? Okay, good morning, everybody. Not sure I got fully the question, but in terms of Olympic qualification, this specific event here in Jakarta is not part of the intention when it comes to qualification system. What you have to understand is that from the FIG side, we have decided which event will be qualifying for the games for all 4 disciplines. This has been sent now to the IOC, and their executive board will have to ratify our proposal. But when it comes to artistic gymnastics, the 2 qualifying events when it comes to World Championship will be 26 and 27. Then we also have the World Cups who could qualify, and the Continental Union Championship. But again, this has to be confirmed by the IOC soon. So I don't know if that answers your question. Good.
Jessica O'Byrne from GymCastic. Assalamualaikum, President Yuliati. Indonesia has been amazing. The people here are so welcoming and lovely. Thank you for inviting us to experience this. My question is for President Watanabe-san. I want to know if the rules about visas can be disregarded. What are you doing to enforce that and deter other countries in the future from doing the same thing that the Indonesian government has done?
Oula, t'as compris tout? Non. Paul.
You understand very well.
What we do to make sure that the countries will do the same thing here.
So, sorry, my English capacity is not so high, so that is I don't understand very well, so that it take a time. So I think that already you read for the IOC statement. Last night they sent it. IOC sent it. So I fully agree. Statement of the IOC, and so sports is separate from the politics. All athletes have equal right to participate in the sports event. The IOC and the FIG must protect that right. This is for the Olympic Charter we are writing. As a FIG, we deeply regret that we are unable to protect the rights of the one country's athletes this time. But on the other hand, how, with the global situation just changing, how to protect participating athlete in a challenge. Don't mix is, we must respect as FIG, Olympic Charter. We must protect for the rights of the athlete, for the participant. This is full agree, we must do. But reality is, is a world global situation is changing, and how to protect the participating athlete is challenging. This is the reality. So we have heard from the Indonesian government that this was a measure of ensure the safety of participating athlete, including one country's athlete, and also people of the city, Jakarta city. So reason is not political. This is what we are here. That's all we can say. We can say to now. And now it's happened this, and so we would like to continue to take care of the country who cannot come here and athlete in the future. We must discussion with this country to how can we can protect, we can care for the athlete. So, as FGI President, I was very sad and for the athlete, and so idea and also philosophy we must protect, we must follow, but also how we can solve the reality problem. This is so I think we are facing.
Thank you. Can I just confirm one thing? Did you say that this was part of the Indonesian decision was to protect the Israeli athletes? I just want to I understand exactly that part of what you said. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, this is the information we got, but I don't know if there is any other political things behind this, but when it comes to gymnastics, let's not mix both. Even though sometimes it's mixed, but we prefer when sport is sport and politics is politics. It's true that there have been some groups here in Indonesia who were not happy to see the delegation of Israel coming and then make threats. So this is something that has been taken into account seriously, and this is the reason why. Because you have to keep in mind that Israel got their visa. Until the 10th of October, they had visa. They were ready to come, and we were very much ready to welcome them to compete. And suddenly,
also the security is coming.
yeah, even the Israeli security came here to check and all these things. So we were ready. And suddenly, boom, we had that decision falling on the 10th. And then, when it comes to security, because we mentioned in both the IOC Charter, the FIG statutes, that we do have article mentioning that all national federation, NOCs, athletes should be able to compete, no discrimination and all this. Yes, But during the last day, I spent my time on this, so I had time to read again the charter, to read our statutes. There are some articles that should be taken also into account when it comes to cancellation of events. Is it possible, yes or no? That's an article that should be also on the table. And what's about the security of all participants? This is also something we commit to in our statutes, to ensure the security of all participants. So, you know, it's a difficult one. And when we look at the last weeks, there were several events that happened. I think it's time for, not only for the FIG, okay, now we are under the lights and everything, and we will have to assume the consequences of this, but it becomes a reality. Looking, and I'm not speaking Israel in general, let's not focus on them. All of them should be protected and able to participate. But look what happened in the Vuelta in Spain. They had to stop the race. In Italy, 1 week ago or a little bit more, during a football match, after the match disaster. Last night in England, Aston Villa, they prevented some supporter to come in because it would have been a nightmare. So I think it's really time now. Okay, participation of all, we are in favor. We want this. We would love to have our friend from Israel with us, so that the athletes could compete and whatsoever. Again, not mixing politics. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about sport. But today it's probably time, and not only for us to think about this problem, but for the entire sport community to say what do we do now when we face problems like this. So it's not an easy one. I can tell you that the last days have been difficult, but we did everything we could. Especially the president, non-stop trying to find solution whatsoever, and then you at a certain point you end up in a situation where there is nothing more you can do. But again, this should be a reflection for the world of sport, not just pointing the FIG. Oh, you did no, yeah, okay, because we had no choice. But it's not impossible that other sports, including maybe the IOC at a certain point, will face the same situation. So it's time to sit down, to open the eyes, and not just try to hide between one article, which is right and good, but to have a look at the whole picture. So that's what I would say on this.
Thank you so much for that explanation. Terima kasih.
Yes, Sandra-san, please.
Yes, hello. Good morning. Sandra Schmidt, freelancer from Germany. Regarding the same topic, a question to Nicolas or Mori. Do you consent that what happened is a breach of FIG Statutes Article 27.4? And if so, what consequences do you take regarding, for example, the Indonesian Federation? First question. And second one, since seeing the history of the Indonesian government, that was something which could be assumed that it would happen. Did you take steps in advance to prevent it, and which ones?
Well, let me, Watanabe-san? Okay, so when it comes to it was previsible, not that much in our sense. Okay, we know that there is no relationship, if I may say so, between both countries, but at the same time, when the bid has been allocated to Indonesia, we receive a confirmation from the government, and this is part of the bidding process, mentioning that all participants will be granted with a visa. And it was the case until the 9th of October. Everybody got their visa, and suddenly, because of these threats and all this, they had to change their mind for security reasons. And the first one, remind me quickly what it was. Oh yeah, the statutes. Well, indeed, But as I said, we are focusing on this specific article. We would have loved to be able to respect it. But then you have other articles who speak also about security, force majeure, impossibility to cancel or to relocate at such a short notice. So that has to be taken into consideration. So what should we do? If we just take into account the article you just mentioned, we should tell them, you know, guys, go home. Go home. So is that the answer to such a question? You know, we have been talking about this with our politicians, with many stakeholders. I will not mention all of them because the list would be too long. But at the end of the day, the only way was just to go for it. So violation in a way, but we have a defense on that too. Because once again, you cannot just extract one article, which is the one everybody's pointing out in this moment in time. There are others that will help us to defend ourselves. Because once again, it's not our decision, and we would love, contrary to that decision, to have everybody here on site. But again, not possible as of today.
We must remember the theme of this move to inspire. So we are going to move on a little bit. And I'm from the Philippines. Magandang umaga po pa sa lahat. Salamat pagi. To Madam Ita, because you are the first Southeast Asian nation to host the World Gymnastics Championships, what do you think will be the positive effect and impact of this to the entire region, especially in December? We'd like to remind you that we will also be having the Southeast Asian Games in neighboring Bangkok. What will be the impact of this for entire Southeast Asia?
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, I think this event I believe that will be giving us so much, in fact, positively to the Indonesia, especially for the young gymnasts, because we will, yes, move to inspire is our tagline, because we would like to inspire the young gymnasts from this event. And for example, this event, especially for the equipment, for example, then we bought the equipment, not renting. Then why we bought the equipment, so many apparatus, because after this event we would like to donate the equipment to all provinces for the legacy. So because I believe that gymnastics will not be developed well without the good facilities. So for just the information that up to this moment, we don't have any hall, we don't have any good apparatus. So by having these chances, this opportunity, we would like to give the legacy to our kids and the future. And one more thing, that based on the FIG program, in this event, that I may say that it would be different from the other World Championship, because on this event we will be having two fun zones. One is the fun zone for the children, and one the fun zone for the elderly, which is FIG collaborate with the Fujitsu and also the ESER for making the program, the AI program, to detect and to have the prevention for the elderly. So I think this kind of the differences and also this kind of the program will be very good for the Indonesia in the future. So I believe after this event, Gymnastics Indonesia will be much, much better than before.
Thank you very much. Konnichiwa, Watanabe-san and Mr. Nicolas. Because, as you said, while this won't be an Olympic qualifying event, this will be an individual showcase for all majority of the Olympians who competed in Paris Olympics. What are your expectations about their performances in this World Championships?
Already I say that, this is, 8 years ago, I came here, gymnastics, nothing. But Ita become for the president, she's working very hard. And she can realize, this world championship. And this is, what we can say, this is a springboard. From World Championship, here there is many people, many kids, because population is big. Many kids. And many kids will be interesting for the gymnastics. And to start gymnastics. And gymnastics is fundamental of the all sports. And if all kids start for the gymnastics, is easy, can develop for the another sports. So this is our goal. And so that this World Championship is a big springboard for the developing of the gymnastics in the Indonesia is 300 million population. And sure, this is good impact, positive impact for the world of the gymnastics.
Mr. Buimpane? Your own sentiments regarding these championships?
I will answer a bit differently. I think that the president tackled the impact on Indonesia. I think that you were referring also to the quality of gymnastics that we will see in the coming days. Yes. So I had the opportunity to follow not all, but part of the podium training, and I can tell you that I have seen amazing gymnastics. So we can just look forward to what's going to happen in the next days. You will be impressed, I'm sure.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yes, this would be a question for Nicolas or Mori, please. It's the first time we're going to see Russian artistic gymnasts since a while, and so I would ask you kindly to explain how the agency who's awarding the neutral status to the gymnasts is composed and what are their main criteria.
Well, so on that one, we do have what we call ad hoc rules, which have been developed based on the recommendation of the IOC. They have been, by the way, softened a little bit now, because before it was only individual athletes could participate. Now we allow team. Okay, so that's once again, we have to face the reality today. We are talking before about Israel, but what's about Russia? What's about Belarus? What's about others? So those rules have been amended and they are a bit more flexible. Then what we have a mechanism which is outside of the FIG. This is a company specialized in they are checking the content of the social media or newspaper and all these things to find out if a person, because it's not only for gymnasts, it could be for the coach, medical, whatsoever, if they find something which could prove that they are in favor of the conflict. Based on that, they do a report. They don't tell us yes, no. But based on this report, then we have a group composed of 4 or 5 different persons who look at this and grant or not the statutes. Then of course, we have immediate reaction because, that's also the problem. There are old pictures that are not anymore online whatsoever. It's not an easy one. And for us, we reflected on this also many times, and we just hope that this will come to an end soon. But again, it's linked to political reaction to this, and that's the situation we are in so far. But we are happy that even though it's under conditions that those 2 national federations are able to participate in our events. That's part also of inclusion. Everybody can participate. You're welcome. There is a man there. Paul, il y a quelqu'un.
Thank you for the opportunity. Perhaps let us focus on the main event of the Gymnastic World Championship. So my name is Agung, and I would like to know more about the details of the quality of event that is being prepared by the federation. So my question will be, how do you manage to do the scoring system and the instant video replay to give us a guarantee of technology to make sure the accuracy of the assessment by the jury? So how the committee is preparing all this technological approach to make sure that the scoring would be accurate? And secondly, how the committee makes sure the acoustic standard, the lighting, the infrastructure, the visual in the venue. Thank you very much.
You can take this one. I can take it. Yeah, well, I will try to answer your question. You just mentioned 2 or 3 points out of hundreds. To organize such an event, let's start with the quality of what Indonesia is presenting. It's amazing. It's amazing. And when we are facing problems, when it comes to transportation, meals, or apparatus whatsoever, I'm always informed. My phone starts ringing. It's not quiet the last days, but not for the same reason. So when it comes to what the work Indonesia Gymnastics Federation, LOC, and Ita has done is just amazing. We are super happy. Then when it comes, for example, you mentioned apparatus or publicity, all these things are discussed since probably 2 years between the FIG office, the technical committees concerned, even to the EC executive committee sometime when there is something whatsoever, together with the LOC, we align ourselves. There is an inspection visit where the people who come for that visit can look, say, yes, good, big enough, no, don't do this. So we get prepared like this. And now it's the final tuning, if I may say so, details. For example, my colleagues, Paul is talking to the communication staff to see how we will proceed. I'm going on the field of play to look at the last detail, etc. So it's a long working progress. Then you mentioned the scoring system. How can we ensure it's accurate? Well, you have 2 things when it comes to scores. You have judges, human. I judge. With always, as long as you have human people, there is a possibility that he would do a little mistake whatsoever. But then we have a mechanism when it comes to the score that even this would happen. The highest, the lowest score are out. So we are pretty accurate on this. And when it's come to the scoring system, it's our friend from Swiss Timing who are here, professional. It's not part of the FIG. We pay them. Nobody from Swiss Time, a lot, and they are the scoring provider also for the Olympic Games, at least until 2032. So the maximum, I would say, is made. We have also the TC president together with the TC member controlling a little bit what is happening. So today I can commit that unless there is a human mistake somehow, that the score that you will see will be accurate.
It's time for one last question.
Selamat pagi, good morning. I'm Margit Damanik from IDN Times Indonesia. My question is for FIGs, Mr. President or Mr. General Secretary. Earlier, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned about this is the first time AI scoring will be using, right? If I may ask, why FIG now finally decide to use the AI scoring or judging? And how was the AI judging system been tested and verified to ensure its scoring is as accurate and reliable as a human judge? Thank you.
Want me to take it? Yeah, no problem. Well, let me start by the following. Tested and whatsoever. Yes, of course, there is a close cooperation between our friends from Fujitsu, who are developing this since years now, and the technical people on our side. What has been mentioned at the very beginning, it's not the AI who will give the score this time, but it's the first time that the public television would be able to see how it works. But the day where artificial intelligence will be used to give a score, and in other words, no judges for difficulty, it's not for now. So it's just kind of take it more as sport presentation, even though they are very precise. It's an amazing system, to be honest, very amazing, but still require on one or two apparatus, again, some fine tunings. But the intention here is really to try to show the people where we are in terms of AI judging. But it's the future. Once again, if we want to be perfect, we have to evolve with the time we are living in, and that's the future. But it will require a little bit more time to be able to ask only AI to give a D score. Then we'll have E score, and then we have other disciplines. So that's gonna take some time. But this time, take it more as a sport presentation than judging.
Like showcasing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this project is on now since years, and we have reached now a point where we are very much satisfied with the result, and it's time to show people what all the work that Fujitsu and money also they have spent to develop all this, and you will see it's very interesting to look at this. Very.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Additionally, I can say, history of the gymnastics is a very fantastic sport. I love the gymnastics, but it's a history of the gymnastics. Sometimes we have a misjudgment or what I can say, not error judgment. Sometimes cannot see for the human's eye, so that I don't want is gymnast is a cry by misjudgment or error judgment. So that's why if come to the AI judgment and the human judgment is adjust and correct the score, and no more for the sad history. That is for our aim. And also for the gymnastics competition is very long, more than 2 hours, almost 3 hours. This is, now current era is very difficult. We must do shorter for the competition. Also, this is AI judging system we will support. So many positive point we have. That's why we started. Not, I don't want for the kick out for the judges. You will see, you will read for the many articles, some companies, some area is AI kick out for the human, but again, is come back. Without a human, we cannot live. So that is AI and judge must be together and make for the wonderful gymnastics world. This is our aim. Thank you.
Thank you, Watanabe-san. Thank you, everybody. Just a quick reminder, we have an additional press conference on the 24th, same time, 11 a.m., for anyone who would like to learn more about what Ita mentioned, the next advances with Fujitsu and Acer Medical for the Aging Society program. Thank you very much. I believe there are refreshments served next door. I'd be happy to see everybody there as well. Thank you to all our speakers.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
Sorry?
Sama. Terima kasih.
Jaya. Salam. Okay. Before Jaya, what you should say? Salam olahraga.
Salam.
Salam olahraga.
Salam olahraga.
Jaya.